Good form. Yeah. So basically, there's going to be a serious video, and I'm pissed because you want to know why? 2 kids in Hastings High School, the school that Travis and I graduated from, killed themselves. Now I'm talking to my brother about this crap could be prevented. And it's not like I'm blaming anyone. I don't really feel like I am, but I feel like change should happen. And this is about Hastings High School and Tim Collins that, hey, you're failing these kids.
But you act like a kid, so what can you do, dude?
I feel like that's all I can do is talk about it. And
I don't know.
The 3 things I want to talk about is the mental health, 2, the school board policy, and bullying. And doing nothing but crap is nothing. And what are the solutions that I feel is helpful? Do you honestly think that the suffering that we did could have been prevented and the bullying in 8th grade? And
Probably. Make it just more apparent that having mental issues is okay.
So what are the 3 things that you suggested that were
Actually,
solutions?
by not confronting your problems is actually a weakness. That
because they're
by
afraid,
not having
scared.
Emotions.
I was afraid.
Emotions are energy in motion. By not being able
my
to
chip on my shoulder.
By not being able to explain, or I mean, there's a couple different ways to handle it.
3 things you said.
The best way to handle it is not yelling and bitching and moaning.
Yeah.
Acting
in 8th grade, in high school, I suffered and sat in the bathroom crying to myself because I had a mental problem, but I had no one to turn to. And I really feel like the parents can't really expect to do anything because you're at school. That's like basically your whole life. So I really feel like it is the teacher's responsibility. And for 10th grade, there's a situation. I had an anxiety problem. Going to school was freaking hell for me, and I didn't like being around people, and I still don't. Still makes me nuts. You can see all that thong shit that we do. It's right. I'm just saying these 2 suicide things could have been
Sometimes we
prevented.
have to just push our boundaries in order to reverse our moods, to get over the anxiety, to reverse the situation in which we feel under.
Yeah, so basically I was talking to my psychiatrist today, and I told him I am freaking pissed that there's 2 suicides, and my sister works on the politician board right now with mental health. They didn't talk about any of the suicides. Crap, it's sad that it had to go this far.
Because he was embarrassed by it.
He was embarrassed, but hell, Travis and I weren't the only one who suffered here, and I think it could have prevented. And I'm doing this video right now is because I was going to go at school, dress up in a thong and a wig, and talk about mental health awareness at the Hastings High School. But my psychiatrist thought it would go on my record in jail, and I was thinking he said it was impulsive.
You'd be considered a pedophile.
Yeah, pedophile. I'm not, but I'm just saying.
You say that you would go to jail, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. My psychiatrist said I'm right, but I feel like there needs to be something that needs to be done. And he said keep all that crazy stuff in your videos because you won't get in trouble for it. And I don't want to be have a felony for that crap. And I feel like there should be solutions. I really feel like Hastings High School, you failed me. You really did. I'm sorry to say it. We were A students. What did it teach us? We're living with our dad, and we're 25 years old. I
had a
3.8 average.
A 3.86 GPA in high school.
Yeah.
A 3.89
And what did
GPA in college.
Spanish, math, and all that science? It taught us nothing. I want to learn how to make bank accounts. I want to learn how to fix sinks. I want to learn how to pull a loan. I want to just learn the real life experience stuff that you did not prepare me for. Now I'm nuts because of you. I'm not trying to blame you, but I think these important issues should be changed. And with the subject and changed, I feel like we can move on from there. And with that, we're going to talk about bullying and mental health. I don't know if the bullying was real for me because I think I was really afraid of people and I had a thought disorder. And I was paranoid that I thought people was talking crap about me, but I was scared. So the story was that I was afraid all the time as like how going to war, worrying about what everyone was talking about me. And this teacher came up to me and started yelling, hey, show me your pockets. He thought I had a gun, and it was just my calculator.
How did that make you feel?
It made you feel scared.
Okay, this is what I think. The situation could have been better handled. Number one,
wow. What are the 3
I feel that to an extent, I don't think enough was done to help solve the problem.
No.
Number one, because
you scared me. You calling the cops on me doesn't do nothing but crap. Like my sister said, you have to
You didn't call the cops.
You have to be kind. No, I know that, but Melissa's saying that when those suicides were going on, they called the cops and ended up shutting them up more. I feel like the psychiatrists, the teachers, the whole adult population is failing their school system. It's not just the subjects and the grades.
Therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists are very expensive at school.
They are expensive.
But
so what do you do? Do you think it's worth to put a price on a person's life?
There's a way
around. Those 2 people, do you think they were worth the price? That those 2 lives were lost?
There's a way around the system, man.
What's the way around the system? List those 3 things we were talking about.
A teacher does not have ownership over a child. It's the parents who can financially support.
But how can the parents know? We were afraid to talk to our parents. Why didn't we talk to our parents?
The teacher was aware of your situation, okay? That could have been recorded down at the school,
okay,
or been sent to a third party, such as a counselor. Your counselor.
Remember, our mom went to the counselor.
The counselor
and we ignored them.
The counselor could have just talked to your parents about your situation.
And remember when mom? When mom called the counselor on us, we ignored her at band.
Who your parents
messed up our schedule.
Who your parents have ownership and financially can support you. They can direct you to a therapist,
okay,
or a psychologist. Now it's very rare for students under 18 to going to therapy, since I was at a state where I thought by not explaining anything, by explaining myself, I thought it was a weakness.
So should there be
by explaining my feelings, I thought it was a weakness. It wasn't until I read this book called Dances with Wounded Souls that I learned that emotions are energy in motion. They're meant to be expressed.
Yeah.
If you don't express them, you'll end up becoming bitter because you're holding feelings in. And you can have a codependent relationship. People go to like drinks or other channels just to drive their misery away. But
so let me ask you, man.
Emotions are supposed to be energy.
When you were,
the way you handled your situation.
How do we do this evaluation?
Going irate isn't the way to do it. They're gonna still think that you're probably more mental.
So how do we do this evaluation?
Wait.
If you're that kid and that student,
okay,
what are you talking about?
Let's take your situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone took a calculator from you, so obviously someone thought you were going to kill people.
Yeah. That had a problem. The problem was there.
Someone knew. Someone thought. They were sensing that Kyle had a fucking problem. Okay?
Yeah, they did nothing but anything about it.
But it just made Kyle more scared, and then it made him less likely to be expressing his problem. It wasn't until later in life where he said, fuck it, that he starts wearing a red fucking thong.
And I'm making a bucket list. I'm making a bucket list because I'm sick of people telling me there's something wrong with me and there's not.
And that's what happened, is that the whole situation got him all fucking fucked because he was so fucking insecure about his situation that he couldn't tell people himself.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Maybe
these children aren't responsible.
I admit at the time he probably thought if he expressed his feelings, he thought it was a weakness. He'd get in trouble. This is the problem with, though we don't have autism as people state, people with autism, in the book it said anxiety, one of the problems that induces anxiety, or the fact that why they have these alienizations, is the fact they believe that by expressing their feelings they'd get in trouble. So number one, Kyle was a good kid. He didn't want to get in fucking trouble.
A student.
Number two, he thought that it might have been a weakness by expressing his feelings, but overall, he didn't want to get in fucking trouble, so he did not express his fucking feelings.
We had problems.
He had no understanding of what the hell was going on, but now he fucking clearly does. This is why he's so fucking gay on fucking YouTube.
Because I waited so long.
Homo.
This chip on my shoulder, it's real. And like my psychiatrist said, it'll never go away.
It can go away. You just haven't properly been able to deal with it.
And I feel like these schools are what they're doing with
that. Gives you cathartic
So you're saying mom and dad could have prevented our problems? Remember when she called the counseling on us?
They could have.
I think it's the teacher's responsibility. They need to teach coping skills early. They teach sex early. They need to teach mentally how to cope with life, relationships, friends, life itself. Because life itself sucks.
How the hell was
they don't teach you
fucking cope? I didn't learn nothing.
We didn't learn nothing.
I had no relationship.
You didn't teach us nothing in school. You failed us. I'm sorry. You failed us. And Tim Collins, I know you're embarrassed.
I hate to say this, but you have not changed yourself. You're sitting here living with dad still, and you haven't changed your situation. So what makes this fucking video any fucking different?
We'll change it because I want, number one, the subject needs to change. We need to teach coping skills and actual life skills. That's what we need to learn. Number two, mental health evaluations early on. Like even early on in kindergarten.
Evaluations include very simple
tests.
No, not tests.
Why not?
It's not tests. It's observations.
Who's gonna observe? The teachers?
Why was it that the teachers was so concerned that? Why did they think that you had a recurring?
Because they were afraid for everyone's safety.
But why would they think that they knew that you were slightly disturbed?
Yeah, because I walk like this and I was fucking mental. I hate being around people. I have a social anxiety problem, and I freaking force myself every day in that situation.
Why in your situation? Let's take it back as the advocate here. I mean, not the advocate, but the devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Why was it that you were not able to express yourself to?
I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't know there was something wrong with me. I was scared.
Okay.
It's fear.
All right. If fear is what scared you, don't you think it could have been better managed if
by the teachers, right?
Okay, the teacher can continue doing what he did. Okay,
but told the counselor.
How could he manage that? How could the teacher manage that better for you then? What could he have done to manage it better? Saying,
I don't know. I know I had a problem. I was scared. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. And my parents had problems.
No, I'm saying, how could he handle the situation if he thought you had a gun and you really didn't? How could he handle it? Could he handle any different? No,
probably not.
But he could have probably sent the report to the counselors, the ones who are evaluating.
To my parents.
To his parents, yeah.
Our parents did not even know. Our parents didn't even know we had a problem until I actually blatantly told them 2 years ago in 2007. They knew there's something that's messed up. They even tried counseling a little bit. For some reason, we just ignored them because we didn't even know about psychology. We only learned that in 12th grade. What's wrong with you folks? It doesn't help hiding secrets and trying to protect our kids. You need to tell them the actual consequences. Same with bullying. Bullying kills. Talk about your bullying. How do you think that could have been prevented? In 8th grade when they called you curse.
I don't care. I still want to I want facial people? Security. I know, I just want plastic surgery.
No, take this seriously, man.
That's what I want.
What do you think?
It'll make me serious.
So you think him getting plastic surgery would solve everything? I don't think so.
Yes, it'll change me.
No, take it seriously, man. When they called you Kermit and me hiding in the bathroom crying.
It's my fucking personality, dude. This is my personality.
So how does teachers, I think the teachers are involved, not just the parents. Because the teachers see us every day. They know that we're afraid. It's a different environment from home, from school.
They could have a psychiatric evaluation.
We hid this so long.
A psychiatric evaluation
for every student, just like when they get test their ears and eyes.
Take notes or reports about various students who had encountered problems with teachers. Whether it's a teacher
and students. It doesn't happen just in the classroom. It happens out in the lunchroom, the hallways.
In which students had this
when they're quiet, they're introverted. They're afraid of people.
There's this reporter.
They're anxious.
There's this reporter who takes all notes in by teachers, students, and other family bodies who feel that they have concerns for their child. It's like it concerns a report concern. That's it. Report for concerned students and a report for students
that have situations and some of these issues.
And that can be written down.
Depressed, difficulty making friends, quiet.
The thing is,
just weird.
I guarantee you, your situation would have been a lot easier if you could at least talk to a therapist. But a counselor foresees so many fucking students that.
But I'm talking about the hardest part is it took me a lot of courage to tell people I had problems. All right, and that's trying to help these kids so they don't. So I didn't have to suffer, and Travis didn't have to suffer. And we're talking about the teachers need to.
I have a headache.
Teachers need to tell these kids and evaluate these kids. It's simple as that. And I don't really think you need to put a price on someone's life. You really don't. And same with bullying. You need to be. You aren't protecting nobody but nothing but shit. You need to tell the real truth that kills people.
Does it feel good to hang a rope?
No.
But I didn't have any coping skills, so I thought the only situation was life and death situation. If I was aware of my black and white thinking, and
that's what the psychiatrist said, that I'm purely black and white. That my parents think we're bad.
If I was more aware of it, I think I would have.
You weren't aware. You didn't teach us any of those skills. Even in health, it wasn't enough because I was depressed. I couldn't get along with people, and I couldn't integrate. I don't know if I have a personality disorder. I still can't. I don't know if it could be prevented, but you schools failed me. I'm sorry, you freaking did. That's a chip on my shoulder. A raped asshole.
Why is it their fault though?
It is their fault.
You could have enjoyed yourself at dance. You could have enjoyed yourself with after-school activities.
I couldn't enjoy myself because we have an anxiety problem. Why do you like going with people? Like UPS, why do you get so nuts?
And it's hard to be with people.
It's hard to be with people. Same with my ex when she pushed me. She didn't understand. It's not just an excuse.
You know what? You gotta focus less on the weekends, focus on your strengths. I enjoy going on Facebook, taking new pictures of myself.
Me too.
I enjoy...
And I wanted to do this stuff, but the cops are gonna stop me and call me a pedophile and put it on my record. What the hell, world?
Because they want their safety, man. They don't want you, raping
And I said, hell, I'm just gonna go to a college and take off my clothes.
Why?
I want the
What is that gonna prove?
What is that gonna prove? It's gonna prove that I'm gonna get the attention I freaking deserve that I did not get in school. I'm sorry, Hastings High School. These 2 suicides could have been prevented. You're not doing anything by just sitting there. You gotta get stuff going. I don't know if you need to talk to Travis and I personally, but I'm gonna be putting this a gun. This is what leads to bullying, mental health. It's a serious issue, folks. Okay, let's summarize.
Can I say you're seriously gay?
1, change the subjects and actually teach practical skills. 2,
they don't
talk about bullying.
Subjects.
3, mental health. They do.
You know what? No, this is the problem.
I was not prepared in this world.
They had a guy who did.
And I had no.
There was a guy
skills,
there.
So
They had a huge seminar about a guy who did math, and he almost shot himself in the face.
But that's not mental health.
Didn't they have a mental health thing, awareness type of thing?
They didn't.
They had it with a big screen.
Where the guy killed himself.
They're playing Green Day for some reason.
Yeah, that was.
Wasn't that a suicide
That was more
awareness?
bowling.
Okay, they did do bowling.
And depression a little bit.
They do bowling.
But it's not enough. You need. I'm not talking about authoritative figures, but you need to be more responsible.
Somehow.
Teachers are responsible.
Somehow. It wasn't integrated in your system that you need to get out. You're very resistant.
Okay, you know that I'm afraid to talk more.
You know you're adopted. You know that you suffer from
mental problems. Invalid affairs by myself.
Reactant attachment disorder. You know you suffer from that.
Borderline issue.
Because you're borderline because you weren't loved as a child properly. You didn't have the intimate relationship as many babies did. And this is why I'm so fucking reactive. And I want to shoot you dead. Alright.
This is exactly what's gonna happen.
Alright.
This
son of a bitch.
This is life. It cannot be put a price on. And this is the basic of this video.
I want you dead.
And things need to change, Hastings High School. You failed me. I'm 25 years old and I still have demon dreams about being afraid in school and band and all that crap. And when I had an anxiety problem, you didn't help me at all. You only made me angrier and bitter and hateful.
How could they resolve it?
They can solve it. Put more money in mental health issues like kids like us. It's that simple.
They can't fucking afford it.
And if you can't afford it, find money ways, government ways.
This is what I think.
Propagate ways.
There's very few people that commit suicide.
No, there's not. There's quite a few. 1 in 6, I think.
Oh, that's high. Whoops, never mind. That's higher than I thought.
I mean, 1 in 6 people have mental problems.
Have you ever thought that maybe you're just a pussy and then you gotta be more redneck? You gotta be
having a gun?
Yeah,
having a gun?
You need to be more like Meryl and Daryl in The Walking Dead. You need to be more like Meryl and Daryl in Walking Dead. That's your problem. That's his fucking problem.
That's his fucking problem, folks. That's his fucking problem. So, we will conclude. You can't just put a price on somebody's life. And attack them like that, alright? I want you to be scared. I want you to be afraid. I want this attention. Folks like us,
what
we
do you
suffer.
want this attention for? I don't understand.
Teachers.
What happens?
We need change.
What happens if you get the attention?
Good.
I guarantee you're gonna be very anxious if you're acting like this in a situation that was surrounded by people.
No.
You would not act like this.
But the video helps me express myself in ways that I feel like I truly feel. Okay, summarizing. Subjects. Integrate more. I mean, not integrate more, but evaluate people.
Let me explain.
Okay, fine. Summarize everything.
I have an idea. Is number 1, parents, teachers
need to be involved.
Community need to be more involved
with mental health issues and more aware. Knowledge is power. Teaching subjects earlier.
One way to have that is have a standard report.
A standard
on
evaluation
students.
Just like ears, testing eyes.
To mental health issues. Now that's number 1, is that they need to have maybe a document report on every student.
So who's going to do these? Teachers or what?
Concerned. It could be, like, Kyle's incident should have been written in a record. It should have been written in a record.
Now, I was pretty afraid that what
the problem is students sometimes want to have that privacy, so they don't want to have the situation recorded.
They lie.
In Kyle's situation, I think having that written down in a record that a teacher thought he had a gun, where they then had that in a document, which then was reported to the parents, could have solved something because those parents had the financial resources that public schools don't, which you could send them to therapy, possibly try meds at an earlier age.
Yes, yep.
And maybe just try to deal with life better with therapy. Support groups are generally meant for adults, and mostly it seems to be older adults that seem to be
not really many kids.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. A document report, okay? Document report explaining concerns for
all done by teachers, parents, everything. They need evaluation before any of that stuff happens.
It's not an evaluation.
If they do, they can be in special class.
It's not an evaluation. It's just a report documenting concerns.
That's and then they need to teach classes early, right?
Number 2, they need to initiate not classes but programs that could be useful for students
with
in
issues
the public.
Like these, like bullying, mental health issues.
They listed people that did meth, all right, and he shot himself. They listed bullying. They listed this other shit, but for some fucking reason they did not.
Mental health.
They didn't help. They didn't have any classes for coping, whether it's relationship, which is one of the reasons why one committed suicide. Because his ex, some reason he broke up with his ex. Or her ex, and then he committed suicide. Okay, I don't know what happened in the second one, but that was the first one that was kind of reasonable. That some people
he killed himself because he had a monkey mouth.
I would have done that too. See? I would have shot my face.
I thought I was fat too.
I would have shot my face in to fix my monkey.
We're fucking nuts. We need your help. Not ignore us. What was the third one, or is that it?
And the third one is
Alright guys, go down in there now.
The third one is. Somehow there has to be
money put in these.
There has to be some clarification for like students like us who are prone to thinking that if they express themselves, they'll get in trouble. And I'm such a good kid.
We don't understand.
I was such a good kid that I thought that not expressing myself was giving me a problem. So there was a problem there, all right? There's a huge fucking problem there. A very big problem is that for some fucking reason I wasn't able to be properly. That could have been helped with that document report, stress and concerns, and therapy. Those are the 2 big things I have. I don't have a third thing, Kyle. There's a document report and program that starts earlier age expressing concerns for coping with life. Generally college, relationships. Now most people have a very deep integrating
I think a lot of people are nuts also like to sleep late too.
Most people naturally
start at 7 a.m. is way too early.
Most people
I don't have enough sleep.
Most people naturally like to integrate. You and I don't.
Yeah, but there's people like us that need help.
And so we get lazy because we're aloof. But I don't know how to help us.
There is help. And Travis just gave you those 2 things. And it's just basically just providing education really early, having an evaluation.
It's not an evaluation. It's a report expressing concerns. That's
concern report.
You make it like they have to be evaluated. Oh my God, now what the fuck?
Every student should.
Yes, every should. Yeah.
Number 3.
Jesus Christ.
Teachers, parents.
I just you're responsible. I don't think dad or mom was aware that.
No, they were not. No.
That a teacher thought Kyle was carrying a gun, and it was a fucking calculus calculator, you son of a bitch.
And I hated playing band because they got mad at me because I hated band, but I had a social anxiety problem. They didn't understand I had the issue, and they made me suffer that I will never forget and let up.
You know what you need? You need alcohol and vodka.
See, this is how life, should really life come to this?
Life should be relaxed and easy. And
yeah, and you teachers did not teach. I was afraid to take a shit in the goddamn school.
How does it feel
to my
get
pants?
Good fucking grades and you're still fucking
I shit my pants. How can I go?
How does it feel to get good
social anxiety problem?
Good grades. Fuck them, man.
I had to poo my pants. That's a health issue. And now I talk about shit all the time and make doo-doo all the time because it really affected me. I don't know if it's a Freudian slip, but I suffered.
Did you enjoy Did you enjoy sitting at Valley Fair and you were sitting in the
No, I did not. Crying and afraid.
So how do you get over it? Wear that fucking thong in school and say fuck you and become a thong fucking mascot. Son of a bitch.
All right. So we're gonna take this seriously, and I just want to end with one. I hope you learned something.
Shit too seriously, man.
No, these things need to be serious. All the things. Life is not a joke. Life is a joke.
Life is a joke, and I'm the butt of it all. You fuckers.
Like wearing this freaking thong, huh? Taking off my clothes because I feel like I have to push myself. Anxiety. I hope you can see
mainly you like to strip. Is there a problem with that, officer?
Yeah, and I would get in trouble, but
no.
Let me know. Okay. Can you really put a price on a life? Is it truly worth it?
Yes,
save money for life.
You can put a price on a life. There's prostitutes all over, and they're illegal.
See? It's satire, folks. Life is really precious.
This is the reason Kyle and I seem to develop our way to get over by humor, by not giving a shit.
But I really give a shit about
this. It will beat us up someday.
18 years of my life, plus the 5 years of college, alright? My parents can help me.
I think your relationship with mine could have been better managed.
If I had coping skills.
You had coping skills, but you didn't.
Relationships, how to get a job.
Some people with autism just don't cope. And whether we have autism, whether we have autism or not, the fact that we relate to situations because we don't know how to relate, then that expresses that we have a fucking concern. All right?
This is not an anger agent advice, folks. It's not.
All right, whatever. You can end it.
And we're gonna end it right now, folks. So I hope you sign this petition, Tim Collins. Put more mental health issues and make it more of a priority, and not just put on the back corner. All right?
No, you mean the whole situation is make mental health a more concern.
Yeah, make it a priority.
And find better solutions to resolve them.
Okay. All right, folks.
That's it, Chip.
I messed up, and so the hell are you.
And so,
but you can help it.
You son of a bitch.